What would happen to your family tomorrow if you didn't wake up in the morning? It's morbid, I know, but it's a question we all need to ask ourselves because anything can happen in life. If you don't have an answer to that, then chaos is probably the answer. If you don't know who's going to be in charge of picking up your kids from school or telling your work or informing your bank accounts or talking to your financial planner, those are questions you need answers to now. If you haven't already done planning, that's okay. You can do it now. But if you wait too long, you might not be able to make any decisions for yourself. That's why estate planning is such an important topic to discuss now as opposed to down the road. Because unlike so many things in life where you can take care of it in the moment, with a lot of parts of estate planning, that's simply not the case. You can't have someone after you've been incapacitated decide that they're going to be in charge of you. That may or may not work with small town banks, it may or may not work with small town hospitals, but when you're dealing with that long term, it's never the right solution. So it's important to understand who's in charge of what. You can delegate those responsibilities to whoever you want, but having a clear path forward is paramount. Understanding who's going to take care of your financial situation, who's going to take care of your children, who's going to be the person in charge of presenting these things to the court if that's necessary, or who's in charge of your trust is so important for you to make decisions on now so that the court or the state isn't making that decision for you later on. The number one way that I've found that families fall apart after the death of a loved one is that there's no plan. And so everyone is doing their best, but everyone has different ideas of what needs to happen and how it should happen and the timeline in which it should happen. And then people start fighting, people start holding grudges. All the things that they've had come up in their lives already informs those decisions, and people who may have gotten along if there was a plan in place and someone in charge of that plan now don't speak to each other anymore. I don't want that to happen to you, and I don't want that to happen to your family. So whether it's with me or with another estate planning attorney, it's vital for you and your family to get estate planning done today.